Welcome to Get Your Popcorn Ready podcast. This is your host, Hatch, with my boy.
Get your popcorn ready!
The crazy T.O.
Get your popcorn ready. Yeah, you know who it is. It's T.O. We here. We here.
First guest of the 2022
Okay,
here
okay.
at Kai's Table, downtown Los Angeles.
Yep.
There it is. My man, right? Three-time Pro Bowler, Donald Penn, is coming to the stage, ladies and gentlemen. In the building.
Donald Penn.
DP.
I appreciate y'all having me.
Your name sounds like he's an actor.
They got Sean Penn, but he ain't related.
Oh, really? Yeah, you got that Sean Penn money?
Nah, I wish I did.
That Sean Penn money is long, boy.
So I'm gonna tell you a little story on, I thought I was a pretty good player. I just didn't have the stats to back
Player
it.
in
Hey,
what?
shut up,
Basketball,
shut up,
football,
right?
soccer?
So
Tennis?
I was reading, and I was like,
Racquetball?
I don't like you.
Cricket?
Right? And this, shut it up. You look like a cricket. And I'm gonna tell you the reason I don't like you.
Dang, that dude, he kind of big, dog.
I'm reading this dude's stats.
Dog, he kind of big. You come out
He
here.
got 4 receiving touchdowns as an offensive lineman.
Oh, yeah.
I only had like 6 my whole career.
You
So
sure
that
you
I'm feeling some type of way against you right now. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
you're a big
understand.
athlete, but I'm supposed to have way more than an offensive lineman.
See, that's why I was telling about that basketball experience. You know, I played basketball my whole life. I ain't started playing football sophomore year in high school.
Really?
I felt like that's what helped me pick up and
Okay.
become such an athlete and
For an
playing left
offensive-
tackle too because they used to call
Footwork.
me Sweet Feet. I had footwork. I had no
Okay.
skills.
Sweet feet.
Were you big still at like 12, 13, 14?
That's why I ain't make it to the NBA because I kept
just
on
kept
wide.
going.
I ain't, you know, my man might have been 6'8", 6'9".
First of all, that's an excuse.
Yeah.
Because there are some big guys that have played in the league. Big,
It's only one
Oliver,
Barkley.
was it Oliver Miller?
But he was only, I'm 6'5". How many 6'5" big men is?
Right.
Barkley.
Right.
Barkley?
They used to call me Baby Barkley.
Baby Barkley? That was a nickname?
Yeah, when I
I
was
don't know if you can't
Y'all
be
got
sent
the
up here
same
on
skin complexion, though. I know
Well,
that.
give me a month. I told you, give me a month.
Now,
we
you
gonna-
can't be sent up. Charles Barkley is one of the top 50 of all
Yeah.
time. You can't be sent up
They
here
said
talking about
Baby
you-
Barkley.
Baby
I ain't
Barkley.
say Charles Barkley. They call me Baby Barkley.
Baby Charles.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I got you.
Yeah,
Okay, baby.
Baby
Okay, so
Barkley.
you're
Yeah.
okay. All right. I mean, but
I'm
even to
not
say
Charles
Baby
Barkley.
Barkley,
I'm not Charles Barkley. I'm Baby.
I get it.
Baby
So
Barkley.
just I was trying to tell him, like, I comparison of my basketball game. I said Scottie Pippen.
No.
Same thing. I'm not Scotty.
not the same
I'm not
thing.
6'8".
DP, don't you
I'm
shake
like,
your head yes at that. No.
Baby
I've heard
Pippen.
about your game though. I seen you play. I heard some people that played against you. So
What's the consensus?
it's respect from me.
Thank
Okay.
you.
What's your game like? What's your hoop game like now? and
Hey,
what was it?
America, you heard it again.
Now
Another
it's.
guess.
I don't go down low as much as I should now because I'm so big because it's like I ain't banging as much.
So you done extended your game. So you like
I'm a
Joel
lefty,
Embiid.
too.
You
Lefty, yeah,
too.
yeah.
you.
If the jump shot's
Giannis.
on, my jump shot's sometime, but if it's on, it's over. Because then you got to come up and guard me.
So you J.R.
And I'm
Smith
going to go
with
by
your
you.
shot.
And
Like,
I know I
you
use my
streaky.
body real well.
You streaky.
Yeah, and I know I use my body real well.
Okay. So look, again, who are you playing against? Are you playing against like 60-year-old men? You
Nah.
playing against 12-year-old kids? Like, because again, that's how the game is kind of predicted.
measure
I done
your
played
game.
in the, you used to play in that aviation adult league,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I played in
played
there. I
in
won a
that?
Oh, yeah,
championship one
that's-
year.
that's a pretty good-
I
yeah,
won a
pretty-
championship one year during all season.
Okay, yeah, pretty good comp.
Okay.
It was the year I held out because usually I missed a championship because I'm always in. We gotta go. I was
Yep.
holding out that year, so we won. I know you was playing that, so I done won that. I won all state in high school.
Okay.
Basketball, you know.
So you got some skills.
got
You
some
skills.
I back my game up.
There, okay.
I mean,
like
to
hear
have
that.
4 touchdowns, 2 removed from this guy, I mean,
Don't put me in the conversation no more.
You
Don't put me
brought
in
it up.
That conversation's over. We ain't
You-
talking about that.
About 9 receptions too.
No, don't look
Oh,
at me.
yeah.
Don't even look over here.
No.
So, but yeah, because a lot of people, like I said, we talk to a lot of.
And you know one thing, if I can't cut off,
Yeah,
one thing about that, I felt like I brought the big man touchdown thing back. And they ain't never gave me the love. Like every time they show
right.
the old big man touchdowns, they never show mine. And I feel like I brought that thing back as a thing. Because now,
you
ever
started
since
the
I did
ESPN,
it
y'all
back,
slipping.
you know, that's why I wore number 72 refrigerator.
Right, yeah.
He scored a touchdown when I was growing up. I wanted to be,
Wanted to
when
be
I
the
got there, I
Fred?
said I wanted to score a touchdown somehow, some way. I snuck it in there and got it going. But I feel like they don't give me my respect
Okay,
for
well,
bringing that
And
back.
honestly, that says a lot, too, for an offensive coordinator or just the head coach to have the confidence to put plays in.
creativity.
Right.
Yeah.
For someone like this to score points. You know what I mean? So you have to utilize your resources and the
whole
talent that's on the
offense.
team. So that's
It
respectable.
took a lot of lobbying, too.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. So you're a good negotiator.
Yeah, but you know, like before practice, you know, when they throw the ball, when the quarterback's warming up, I used to always be there.
Pat and go. Oh, you just warming them
And
up.
it really happened, though. I caught a tip pass against Philadelphia, and I took off for like 20 yards, broke like 2 tackles, and I got blasted from the side. Didn't even see him.
I wish you had that.
So that's when, after that, they were like, they put next season, coordinator put it in for me. So he was like, okay, you good.
Okay.
You
I
got
like
that. So
Now,
that's
you
how I
scored
really...
your touchdowns before the whole celebration stuff came in, right? So
Yeah.
So what would you be doing now if you got in that end zone?
What was your
Well, my
touchdown
last one, the first one, man, I was so excited. I played in Tampa. Being from LA, we played in Frisco, and I had like 60 people in the stands. It was like my first time playing. So, man, I got the ball, I jumped up, I tried to throw it to my parents in the stands, fell short. But then with the second one, I dunked it.
On the goalpost?
Yeah, see, I knew you was going. Yeah, that's why I looked at someone.
Okay.
I dunked it
Yeah,
on the
he didn't
second
do
one.
that. He didn't do none of that.
And then the third one, I got blasted. I jumped to the black hole, dream, because I grew up a Raider fan. Jumped to the black hole after, and then the fourth one was probably the best one ever. It was against my old team, Tampa, in Tampa.
Who were you with then?
Raiders.
Raiders, okay.
And we gonna win that game. I caught that one. I stood in the end zone just like this with the ball. Just
Okay.
looked at the crowd for that. That was probably the best. It felt, get your old team that cut you.
Yeah.
You want to
get that get back. You trying to get that get back.
It was the first score of the game for us too.
Oh, that's big.
They had
set
it
the
going. They
tone.
knew they had the revenge. They told me first time we get down there, we call it.
Coming to you.
Coming
to you, big fella.
And it was like, it set the tone. Like that was a.
So what's the key? Let's go back to
Nice.
the nickname Sweet Feet. And what is it for our offensive line? What does it take? Because sometimes you're on an island, and some of the greats defensive ends have played on that. The Strayhans, the Freeneys, the
Mathis with Freen.
yeah, Mathis. You got
Simeon Rice's and them.
Simeon
all them
Rice.
saw,
You
right?
got drawing a blank. The guy. Green Bay Packers.
Reggie White.
Reggie White, those type of guys. What is it about you guys? Because, you got, like you said, you got to be an athlete because sometimes you're isolated over there. What is it about tackles or about your game that was able to, you were able to sustain, there?
Me being a free agent, being undrafted, I had that like chip on my shoulder. So me coming in, I always wanted to play. I always wanted the best. Because I felt like that's the only way you're going to get your name out there is if you go against the best and shut out the best. I remember, I don't know if you know, my first career start was against Dwight Freeney in Indianapolis.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. First start of my career in Indianapolis. Good thing Peyton was back there. He held on that ball all game long.
All day.
But, I went out there, he didn't get no sacks on me, but he came close a few times.
Right. But he was giving you that work, huh?
What? Yeah, I remember one time he spun on me. I fell on the spin. Good thing that ball got away. He came close a few times. He ran me over on the bull rush one time. Much respect to him. I played him a couple years. After that, though, it was a whole different story then, though. But, respect, I learned a lot. That's your stumping your grounds. Then during that time, I'm in the NFC South. John Abraham. He used to give me problems my first 2 years.
Dog.
People don't understand how good, man, this dude, man, like, I had him at Peppers. I had Will Smith. I'm going against these fresh. I started my second year in the league. I started.
Wow.
That's
after
an
being a free agent.
Undrafted, yeah. I started
From Utah
170
State,
straight
right?
games. Yeah, I started 170 straight games before I got my first injury. But, I'm going against them. Then I get to the Oakland. I got Von Miller twice a year. I got Melvin Ingram. I got Tamba Ali. I got what's my old boy that went to the Frisco from D Ford.
Okay.
I got Bosa.
Yeah,
I'm shutting these people down. When one season I give them one sack, they don't give me my credit. A lot of people but if you look at my film and actually dissect my stuff.
So let's go back to the Utah State, right? Again, everybody thinks we were small school players, right? Everybody thinks you have to go to USC, Florida, Alabama to make it, right? So just give everybody the information on how you felt like, look, I'm from a small school. I can still be a free agent, and I'm still going to play 13 years in the NFL. Like, give us an insight on that thought process.
Well, to be honest, I was supposed to be drafted, really. I
Okay.
went to the All-Star game. I tore my knee up first
Senior
play of the
bowl?
game. And I went to the Hula Bowl.
Hula
Tore
Bowl,
my knee up
okay.
first play of the game, so I dropped. But, I felt like if I started 4 years. and me not playing football just in high school and stuff, I felt like if I had 4 years to develop and really learn this game and play 4 years,
You would
by
be
my
right with
senior
everybody
year,
else. Right.
I was gonna have this to the, you know what I mean? I had that mentality. You know, I grew up in the hood. You know, I'm trying to get out. I had like when I got to school, I'm telling everybody I'm gonna make the league freshman. They looking at me like, man, this
No
dude.
young fella.
And then in practice they getting smacked. They like, ooh, you know. I just kept building. I felt like if I had that opportunity just to build and get my game right and learn it, cause I was still fresh. You know, I ain't play growing. I played basketball growing up.
Right.
So, but now it's easy coming from a small school because they really going, look, I wish I had the transfer portal. I would have been up out of there.
I got up
I would have been up out of there if they had the transfer portal. Cause I was balling like, you know, I was balling like.
Could have went
I would
anywhere.
have been up out of there quick if I had the transfer portal. But I felt like with me coming from inner city, being in Utah, it wasn't too much to do. It wasn't trouble to find.
Right.
So I feel like I was able. I got a college degree. I was able to
Where are you
focus.
from in LA? What part?
I grew up
LA?
in Inglewood, right by the stadium. My dad still lived by the stadium. Still got my mom's property right there by the stadium.
Wow.
You know, my pops got another property there, so I grew up right in Inglewood, South Central LA, growing earlier than high school years in Inglewood. I went to St. Bernard's, right by the airport. If you've seen the Wood, that's my school in the Wood. But yeah, I love LA. You know, I do a free football camp out here.
Okay.
Done it 10 years in a row. Just didn't do it this year. I had to stop because COVID. I didn't want to have any problems, so I'm bringing that back up. But I love doing stuff for kids. You know, I love my city.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I love LA.
Let's. You mentioned something that's been a topic during the bowl games. You said you went to the bowl game, first play of the game, you tore your knee.
Come on.
What is your thought process, or what advice would you give to kids that possibly have that opportunity to play at the next level? And some kids opt out of playing in the bowl games for that very reason, possibly playing in the bowl game, getting hurt, and then, like I said, you may lessen your chance. You may be on the draft board. Your draft stocks may drop because of such. What is your take on kids in bowl games based on their draft status?
If you know for sure you're a definite top 20 pick, don't play in it. I didn't know what I was going to be. Right. I had to go out there. I killed that whole week of practice. I didn't have no meetings set up. I had meetings set up by the end of the week, you know, in hotel rooms, you know, because I was killing out there. So that was my money made, but my dumb butt with my mentality thing I kept playing. I ended up getting 2 sacks in that game. And gave a sack all week.
Right.
You know what I mean? But my mentality, I taped it up, came and play. I didn't know it was that bad. My shit was tore up, you know, it was torn MCL off the bone, you know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
So, you know, I wish I would just sit out and just let him sit on that, you know, week. You know?
That week, right? You had
I just wish I
four
would have, but you know, I did my like. If you for sure, I wouldn't do it now, especially with these days too. Like if you like for sure, like my agent represents Jamar Chase, and he did a great job. You know, sitting out last year, and look what he's doing this year. Like he's
ball,
right, exactly. So yeah, because he had an opportunity, obviously, to
but
play.
He knew he was going to be
ball game, play in the bowl game.
First round.
Yeah, he knew because I was talking to my agent like, why is he doing it? Like what? He said, bro, he's guaranteed. And look what happened. So if you know, don't take that chance.
Yeah, because I was just watching the game over the weekend. The Ole Miss.
The quarterback I coached in high school,
Yeah,
Matt Corral.
Matt Corral, Ole
He
Miss
decided to
quarterback.
play, and he hurt his ankle.
But
and
you know, us, especially us coming from small schools, we got to do that.
we got to play every
You know,
single rep.
you see it, so it's different. We ain't get, you know, that chance.
No
but
TV,
yeah, they said, hey, if I was gonna be a first round pick, I wouldn't have went to the Hula Bowl.
Right. Yeah, but I just wanted to address that
that's why
because
if you got
touched
that,
on it, yeah, it
if
made
you
me-
got that opportunity, or if you know you're gonna be drafted where you're gonna be cool, say, hey, I'm a second round pick. I know I'm gonna be cool, second round pick.
But then
I
that
won't go.
competitiveness in us, you know, you're like, oh, we
it
got
is.
one. I want to go out with a bang. You know
And
what
maybe
I
I
mean?
feel like that more because it happened to me and I got hurt. So
Right.
maybe, you know, I feel
right.
like that. You know.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. I still wanted to get your take on your point of view because, like I said, some of these kids, like I said, they may be in your situation. Some kids may not
They
be
don't
in your
know.
situation.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, yeah, those kids like yourself, you may want, okay, let me just get some extra film. You know what I mean? Let me get on tape. Let me audition one more time. But that one more time obviously would be very, very costly. And obviously some of the guys, like you said, if you're one of the top 5, 10, 15,
top
20
20,
picks,
yeah.
then that's a decision that you heavily have to consider.
And now, too, today, if you are making a little bit of money with your name, put a little insurance up then. So in case something does happen, you know, because now college guys can make a little bit of money now.
Yeah,
Put a little money up for the
NIL.
insurance, then have a little backup plan. Get some insurance for yourself for that game, you know, because you guys can do that. You know, now instead of spending your money otherwise, you know, maybe put some money up if you are worried about that.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause
Yeah,
you
you
get it
get
right
a
back after
$4 or $5 million insurance
Yeah, you
on
get it
your
right
body.
back if you don't, you know, go through the policy.
Wow. Okay.
If I'm correct, I think. Like,
Yeah, you're
for the
100%
athletes,
right.
yeah. So
Well, shoot, well, like I said, leaving Utah State, being a free agent, you're going through this rookie year, not starting, right? Were you ever in doubt of your skill at that point, or you just like, I'm still getting better, I'm gonna get better in the future?
nah, I mean, you know, I was blessed because I signed with Minnesota as a free agent, and I had a room of vets. I had Matt Burke,
Yeah.
I had Steve Hutchinson, who just signed his big deal there. I had Brian McKinney.
Steve
And then we had,
Madden,
we had a couple of old veteran guys that were, you know, backups.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I was out there, you know, going through one-on-ones and stuff, going through them. And Bert like pulled me to the side. He was like, bro, like, he said, start taking this serious. Like, you know what I mean?
Be
Like,
really nice.
you know, then Brian McKinney, I'd always be bugging him, asking him questions. He'd be like, man, bro, like, just believe you good. Like
Right.
stop asking me so much.
Right.
Like,
Stop
you
overthinking
He said,
it.
I'm gonna start asking you questions the way you out there, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you get tired.
Yeah.
So I used to be like, okay, maybe I got this, you know, then I would, you know, preseason, they held me out. I didn't really play me preseason, but when I did get out there, I'm like,
You holding it down.
Okay.
You holding your own.
and then in practice, you know, I had Kevin Williams, Pat Williams.
Yeah,
Them
dogs
dudes
in
telling
top.
me,
Ooh.
them
Dogs
dudes
in
is
front.
telling me, you know, Mike Tomlin just drafted a DN. I'm killing him in practice. Tomlin was the D coordinator. He telling me, boy, I remember
Nasty.
Tomlin used to always tell me one-on-ones, like, man.
You're a problem.
He said, man, they ain't gonna, he's telling me, he's always whispering, they ain't gonna be able to keep you. Like, 'cause he's always telling me, because, you know, I was behind Brian. So that's why when Tampa opportunity did come, they were gonna keep me, but I had to get I wasn't gonna play behind McKinney. I didn't want that right tackle money.
Right, you want that left
I
tackle
wanted
money.
to
It's
go
a
play
big
left,
difference.
you know what I mean? So I went to Tampa, but you know, hearing that and them like
How much
they
did that help
always,
your confidence? That's, you know what I'm
But
saying?
just for education, they hearing him say, I don't want that right tackle money, I want that left tackle
Oh, there's a
money.
big difference, people.
Let people know what that right tackle money and that left tackle money is. Because
Well,
like I said, we have-
now it's
It can
close though, but
Right.
really I wanted that. You know, essentially as a free agent too. But, you know, I wasn't gonna have them. You know, my right tackle money would have been, you know, you got to earn that left tackle money, and then you know, you get more respect with that left tackle because
Yeah.
you're going against
the best.
and
the
you know,
best
that's
pass
what I
rusher.
wanted.
And it's because you have a right-handed quarterback
Exactly.
too.
Right. The blind side.
The
You're
blind
protecting
side.
the
You're-
blind
you're
side of the
protecting the
quarterback in
blind
most
side.
offenses.
And
Yeah, so
I
that's what I
wanted
wanted
that. And you get more respect, you know, and I wanted that because, you know, it's tough sometimes when you're out there at the end of the game and you one-on-one, but sure, I was made for it. You know?
So yeah, being a left tackle, making that left tackle money, that's basically like equivalent to the president's CIA, his security.
the top
Oh, yeah,
guy,
you got
That-
you
that's-
protecting the franchise.
Yeah, that's what that is. So I just wanted to educate our viewers that
Yeah, nah, I
they're
get
hearing
it.
him say that. They may not know.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
they
They're
don't-
like,
you're
well,
right.
What does that mean? Left tackle money, right tackle money.
Right. It's the same position. Like, no,
Yeah.
it ain't.
So yeah, so basically left tackle, because many times, like I said, they're protecting the backside of a right-handed quarterback. Hey,
And majority of the quarterbacks are right-handed in
Yeah.
the league too.
Yeah.
So, you know, you gotta. Man, they just drafted a second round right tackle to Tampa. So you know, I checked that out too, and I'm like, okay, well the left tackle was a free agent playing. So I said, okay, let me
Let me go get that
see if I
job.
could come in there, and
Right.
then they brought somebody in, free agent, gave him some money. So I
Did you
battled-
feel you were starting at the bottom at that point, all over
Well,
again?
no, when I first got there, like I got there week 5, I'm going to get Simeon Rice in practice.
It's a problem.
he weak though. What
Simeon,
Simeon weak?
and I'm with him, you know what I mean? So they like, you know, oh, the Simeon, he getting mad at me in practice. Like,
So you know you're
my
doing
locker
your
right by
job.
Simeon. Every time I have to practice, I'm like, Simeon, why you get mad at me, man? I'm just trying to make it, bro. I said, you got all this money. He like, man, it ain't got nothing to do with you. He like, I know it's my final days. Like, I'm just trying to.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause I'm like, man, I'm just trying to make it. Like, you know, why you get
Yeah.
mad at me, bro? I'm just trying to like. But being in that veteran group with Tampa too, I had Brooks, I had Sheldon Quarles, I had Booger McFarland. You know, I had
Rondé on the outside,
Ryan
he was
Day,
there.
my dog.
Smitty was in the
you
D-back
feel me?
field.
So,
Kill him one day.
so
killing Rondé Barber.
Man, that was my dog right
Yeah,
there.
and I killed your dog too.
He got
This
you a few
dog right
times,
here-
though. Y'all go back and forth.
No, this dog right here, this
Y'all
dog
both,
beat
y'all
your
both
dog.
dogs. Y'all both dogs. Y'all both dogs. Y'all both dogs.
Yeah, Rondé, yeah, I said it. Come on the show. Come on over here on the show.
Come get this smoke.
You know, Rondé's so quiet, man. That's my
Yeah.
dog. So I had them, and like when I first got there, first couple of weeks, Big Brooks used to call me Big Vet. That was
Wow.
my nickname up there.
Already. Being young, but you were
First year
considered
in there,
big
he used to
vet.
call me Big Vet because that's where I carried myself.
The demeanor.
Like Brooks took me, like Brooks used to, like that's when I really knew. Like when I got there, like Brooks was like,
If he,
Because game recognized game. Like
and
Brooks
he's the
said.
leader.
I thank Brooks a lot, man. Brooks, OG, I'm texting you today too, OG. Brooks like,
Oh, you got
like,
Shout out to
Brooks'
Derek
number?
Brooks.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I need that.
Yeah, Brooks, like he knew. He started telling me like, always talking to me like, you know, a couple times we on the road trips. I went out the night before. I'm on the bus sleep. He be like,
Hey, young
"Bro,
fella.
you gotta rest sometime, dog." Like,
Right. You in them
you know,
streets,
he's
right?
he's
Yeah.
you got
That's
off-
it.
like you know, he taught me. You know what I mean? He taught me then.
That's
You know,
important,
like
though,
before my
for
first
young
off
players.
season, he's like, "Where you gonna train with you?" I didn't know. I said, "I'm going to my high school, do my own thing." Man, he was texting me, you know, the timing on the sprints he was running. He was like, "I go out here time myself." Like, he said, "I do an 18-play drive." Boom, like, you know. So I started like, I had people them around me. Then in Tampa, I was a rookie. Davin Joseph, first round pick. I don't know if y'all know him, left guard. He was a first round pick. Our right tackle was a second round pick. So we working out together, hanging together all the time. So I had, you know, I'm like, okay, you was first rounder, so I'm gonna do whatever you did because I wasn't first rounder. So
Right.
when you lifting, what time you coming in the morning?
Right.
I'm there.
Be there.
All right.
6 a.m.
Oh, we
I'm
doing
there.
extra after? I'm staying
there.
after. You feel me? So I built that up, and then, you know, I just learned the way, following Brooks, following those older guys, seeing how they were doing. I just got my routine and rhythm. Then I got my op when old boy went down week 4, my second year, when I won the backup spot. And I wasn't giving it
And
back.
that's the thing, is like you always have to be ready. Stay
Always.
ready
I tell
so
kids
you
all
don't have
that.
to get ready, people.
Man, they don't know about that. We know about that sugar free. Huh?
Exactly.
What you know
Next
about that
man,
shit?
like I said, there's so many cliches. Next man up, all types of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So,
How important is a veteran locker room for a young player?
I think it's real important. You know, I think
in what aspect? You know,
for being out in the city, building yourself as a player,
Learning to be a professional.
basically learning a way, learn how to be a professional NFL player.
Right, right.
And I followed the way they did. Like I looked at how they carried themselves, and you know, I was able to talk to them, and you know, I tried to do the same too. When I got, you know, to that point,
Then you got to pay it
yeah,
forward.
some people that didn't listen, man, because you know the age just started changing. They wasn't sponges like me coming in. You know, they wanted to be big. Everybody knew. You know, young kids
Right.
coming, they want to be. They want their name. They don't want to work for their name to be out there. They want their name to
come
be
on.
out there immediately.
Preach.
So you know, I had these guys, you know, showing me their way, and I've been watching them. You know, Brooks. I've been watching. You know, I ended up meeting Sapp through Brooks. You know what I mean? Sapp my boy now. You know, I've been knowing Sapp for years. So, you know, building these relationships just by being myself and just following them and them seeing that I'm genuine. Like,
The real
he
one.
didn't have to do that. Like, he saw who I was. Like, you know what I mean? He saw how I carried myself. They didn't have to do that. He didn't have to nickname me that. He didn't have to tell me that stuff.
Right,
you know?
you big vet.
And
They
I
call
did a
you
lot of
big
stuff.
vet.
I did a lot of stuff to, like, I felt like I tried my hardest to pass that back on in my Tampa locker room and especially in the Oakland locker room. I feel like every locker room I've been in, we was always tight. There was never no
This is
beefing.
important.
There was never no, you know what I mean? Like,
That's
it was
important.
always, everybody got along. White teammates talk to the black teammate. Because I'm a clown on everybody. I don't
Right.
care who you are.
Right.
I'm a clown. I hope you're going to clown me back.
Right. It's
'Cause
part
if not,
of
I'm
it.
going to stay on you more.
Right, there it is.
So that's how we kept it cool. You know what I mean? We
camaraderie,
gonna-
yeah.
Exactly. So, you know, like I used to always have O-line dinners, stuff
Mm.
like that. You know, when I got to Oakland, they didn't do O-line dinners.
wow.
I'm like, man, we got to
What we doing? Right, we got to
gotta
do
be
this
together.
stuff.
Because all
like-
that stuff, you know, it
You know,
carries
especially
over.
during OTAs too. You know, Thursday we in the bar after OTAs. You know what I mean? Happy hour, boom, we all together.
Right.
Y'all got family, come have a beer at least. You ain't got to stay there the whole time. Just kind of one. You know what I mean?
Come
like
hang.
they didn't have that in Oakland when I got there. I brought that back, and then you see we ended up propelling. We turned that thing around. You know, so
Right.
they didn't really have that that stuff, that tight locker room.
Right.
You know, I brought that, and they brought in the perfect draft ever. Reggie, when he brought in Khalil, Derek Carr,
Oh, yeah,
Dave Jackson, Gabe, to fit in that locker room, because those two leaders in Derek Carr and Khalil, they just bounced right off of me. They were leaders before they needed to be leaders. And they don't even know it. They were just being themselves. But
So you wanted to try to create a cohesive environment, you know, where, like I said, the things that you did off the field, it translated on the field. So when you in that fire, things happen or whatever.
You could trust
them. Yeah.
Come on.
That guy got your back.
I gotta
You
trust
got his
if my dude go inside, I gotta trust my guard gonna be there.
Right.
Already.
Right.
You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
Big.
'cause I might
bet.
overset his ass and make him go in there.
Hey, all the tricks of the trade. All the tricks of the trade. All right.
Just to test him to see if he's ready.
Get his ass smacked. He ain't gonna do it again.
Oh
Do
wow.
it early.
That's one of the tricks of the trade. Give us some tricks from your position.
But you light skinned. I mean, if I'm a defensive end, you
I
light skinned.
just came from vacation, dog. I ain't getting no sun. I was just in the Caribbean. I thought I'm like a
You
little
thought you darkened
caramel
up
now.
on
Nah, you ain't dark skinned, dog. You ain't dark skinned.
But nah, I used to study my guys a lot.
Okay.
I
So
watch
film
a lot.
work is important for you.
Man, like, you know when you be in there and the coach do the rewind and shit, I'm not watching what he talking about. Once I watch and hear what he say first, I'm watching my guy the whole time, seeing what he doing. So I watched a lot of film, like, during time, and then, like, the night before, after meetings, I go up in the room. I feel like I had to watch my film the night before, so it'll stay right here.
Stay right with you.
So like, I watch the film till 11 o'clock, 2 hours.
Wow.
Go
Yeah.
through the games. Boom, boom, boom. I have a little. So I go through a little bit during the week too, like when I'm in the
Of
coach
course.
hub,
Right.
stuff like that. But like my main, like when I'm gonna watch the certain little pass rush videos that I used to have set up, I used to have certain things where they just put certain stuff for me that I need to watch. But
Like
I used to
down and
study.
distances,
Yeah, I used to study my
tendencies.
guy. I used to like.
What's something? Do you remember anything specific that one player did? You like when his arm went up, right? His right foot was back, or something crazy like you picked up on
Just-
every
yeah,
single
yeah,
time.
just little tips that tip you off to knowing what they're going to be doing before they even knew they were going to be doing. It could be alignment, like I said. You know,
Yeah.
some guys have
Wide
those-
9,
Let
he
me
was go
think.
do this, or you know.
You know what? Kind of when Freeney got older, like in the San Diego days, I kind of tell when he was gonna spin on me.
Really? What was his tip?
Huh?
What was the tip? Like, how did you know?
He'll keep going up with the rip, like the rip,
Right.
high up. I'm like, okay, that motherfucker.
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming. I said, let me stop leaning. I just always correct myself. Let me stop leaning,
Right.
because he always, if you lean on it, he gonna catch you. So he's always get you, because Freeney got that power rush and the speed up
And
the
the
field.
speed.
So he gonna make you lean.
Yeah.
And once you lean,
Come
boy.
back with the.
but you know what? The
gonna
bad
make
thing
you-
is when I used to play against John Abraham, he'd be 7 yards outside me in the track stands, looking at
Ready,
looking
coming.
at the ball, bro, like in the track stands. Bro.
Yeah.
And he will, and
Like
he'll
an
meet
eagle.
me at that spot. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you one story too. I played against Joey Bosa. No, Joey Bosa sent Chargers, right?
Right. Uh huh.
I played against him his first game after the holdout.
Okay.
Dog, I had no film on him.
Ooh. So you didn't know
Man,
what was
I'm
coming.
So I'm not used to like if I play somebody like in the preseason too, and if somebody knew, I watched some like. So I had him give me his college film.
Okay. Pick
Yeah.
up something.
I'm watching this dude college film. I had to turn it off after 5 minutes. This dude was killing everybody. Dog. That's what bring down my confidence, man. So I remember
Right.
that game. Joey got like a sack on me. So next time I played him, I watched almost every game since then. I wanted my revenge, man.
Now,
I had
did
to learn
you
all
get
this stuff.
revenge?
Oh yeah, he didn't get sniffed that game.
Okay. Well,
That
there it
next
is.
game. But like I watched film, I watched like, you know, how they Tennessee, I watch their moves. I try to see if they got a favorite third down move. You know what I mean? You know, one thing that just killed me, I used to watch to see what they did before they bull rush. Like, did they dip their head? Did they use their hands? Because that's one of the biggest things that you have to see coming as an old lineman. That's why you see a lot of people get put on their butt. They catch it late. They catch you off guard. You got to see that bull rush coming first because you got to drop that anchor.
Right.
So that's one thing I used to study a lot to see if they
And
showed it with their hands.
Tell them
they
what the
showed it
anchor
with their
is.
head.
Tell them what the anchor is.
You got to drop that butt, get low.
Right, that back foot's gotta
hit
get in the
impact
ground.
with impact, you
Yeah.
know? That's any DN's go-to move. Stay tired of anything, whatever they got, anything. You know, Vaughn, he uses his hands for his bull rush.
Right,
He
right.
different, you know what I mean?
I'm always
You see?
fascinated how, like I said, there's different terms or terminology for these different rushes, but that's one that you can't escape, and that's the bull rush.
Exactly. No matter what.
It's going right through you.
And I'm talking about when they talk about it, like when people bull rush, I've seen them literally take the guy from the line of scrimmage all the way to the back to the quarterback.
It don't
I'm
happen.
like,
If
yo,
you don't
you gotta
see
be
it-
weak as hell to be
Nah, it don't have
You
to
ain't
do
weak,
with
it's
nothing with
leverage.
that. If you don't see it and get enough time to react and anchor, it's
Too
just
late.
going.
No, that's
it don't
like
matter.
six,
You
seven
can
yards.
do
You-
it.
you doing the
You
Matrix.
can do it to me if you catch me off guard.
I
not
could do that
anchoring.
right now.
Nah.
No, hey. put hands on
Look
him,
at that
DP.
stare.
That's horrible.
As soon as you come out, I'm gonna knock your hands down. I'm not even gonna let you get going. Look. Nah, but
Heard him, DP.
But no, if you catch them off guard, so that's like, as offensive lineman, you gotta see that coming. So I used to watch that and see how if they were a head bull rusher, like Abraham, Tom Ali, they head bull rushers, So you gotta be ready for that because, and a lot of people, that's their third down go-to move. So, and me, I ain't want to get embarrassed. It happened to me before, but I ain't want to be embarrassed. And then I got to see, I always see if they use their arms, long arms, like DeMarcus Ware.
Right, yeah,
That's
keep
what
you
I
out
always
here.
say,
D. Ware.
Yeah.
I've been playing D. Ware since college. That's my boy, dog. I can't wait for
Okay.
him. He better make that Hall of Fame. I can't wait. That's my dog. We done had some battles, man. Like,
Nice.
Like respect. That's
Yeah, I played with D. Ware in Dallas.
Yeah. So I played in Dallas.
He went to the
and the
Broncos.
Broncos. So I.
Right.
But him, I see how he do his arms because it'll be a lot of times where
Come down,
before he
chop
even
him
get
down.
to me. So I used to try to see, if he's a one-arm bull rusher, if he's two-armed, because
So
sometimes.
which is better, the Dallas D. Ware or the Broncos D. Ware?
Oh, Dallas D. Ware for sure.
Yeah.
Younger,
Yeah, man.
young,
And that-
energetic,
hey, I'm
speed.
telling you, I ain't gonna try to.
That Dallas D. Ware played the run too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
Denver
talking
was all
about
pass
getting
rush.
in track stances or just a stance, like he was just, sometimes he had different stances, but you look at him and the takeoff, like you said, it's just like, woof. It's like, and for somebody that size.
But he's strong too, and his arms are so
What?
long. So
Man.
yeah, he had the speed and the length, and then from college to when I played him in the league, he got so much stronger.
Oh, yeah.
Like
he
in college, he was
a
probably
beast.
250,
Right.
240.
240, yeah,
In
he's
the league,
small.
I played him. 275.
75.
Still
Strong,
moving
though.
the same
Yeah,
way.
man, I'm talking
So
about,
I'm
man,
like,
it's so impressive.
A little story too. My freshman year, I played against D. Ware and OC on the same team.
OCU
Yeah,
Manure.
Detroit.
Yeah, OC
Yeah,
was
both
a
of them.
senior.
Yeah.
OC was a senior.
Right,
I
he
tell
played
you,
with the
I tell you,
Giants.
when I was playing like 275, 265 starting there, I was like right tackle. They had a left tackle that was going to the league. When I tell you, OC lifted me up, put me to the side. Man, I tell you, hit that
Hey,
weight
move,
was
little
so
guy.
hard. After the season, I rather had D. Ware that game than OC. OC was giving me the blues that game. It was the last game of the season too before he went to the league.
Yeah, because you were light skinned. You were light
OC, I was real light then too.
You were light skinned.
I was in Utah, no sun. I was
No
real
sun.
light then.
All right, so give us your top five, your top five defensive ends you ever went up against. Not top five of all time, but top five defensive
feel
end
like
that you
yours.
went up.
Yeah, yours.
Again,
Your
for
top
me,
five.
Your
I'll say
matchups.
D. Ware.
D. Ware,
Definitely gonna
right?
say John Abraham.
John Abraham, that's two.
He played with the
The Jets first and
That
went to the
gave,
Falcons.
that gave me trouble. I'm getting
Yeah, just for
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yep.
Tom Ali's give me some trouble, man.
Okay. For the Chiefs.
And with the Chiefs, he got my damn. I hate his ass come out there so fresh. He don't practice all week.
Really?
Come out there just fresh. Just
You're like, you
come
ain't been doing
boom,
nothing.
Don't just been
He
lifting.
was, he
all
was
the-
with the Chiefs, right?
Yeah, they took so good care of him. I be watching the
Guess
practice
who?
list.
Guess who the
I look
coach
at the
was?
practice list every week we playing.
Guess who the
Fresh.
coach was?
Andy.
Andy,
Reid.
yeah. But,
We already knew. Take care of your horses.
That's three right there. Let me see. You got
D. Ware, Abraham, Ali.
Ali. So it's Freeney. We got Freeney left. We
I
got
gotta
Jared
say,
Allen.
I gotta say,
you got-
me and Jared had some battles, dog.
yeah, Jared was a dog.
Me and Jared got
Don't
a
be
fight.
don't be leading the witness.
Me and Jared got in a fight in the
leading the
game.
witness.
Hey, he know what it is.
I gotta say Bond though, cause he
Von Miller?
different.
Okay.
Like his
I mean, that's the MVP
his
of the
is
league.
like I'm
MVP
playing
Super Bowl.
basketball against Vaughn.
Okay.
You know
Just
what
stay
I
in
mean?
front. type of
Inside
deal.
out.
Right.
Sometimes I let Vaughn bull rush me because I know I'll recover in 3 steps.
Right.
As long as I got him in front of me,
You good.
I'm good. You know what I mean?
As soon as he hit the edge.
As long as I don't lose him, you
Right.
know, if I'm gonna keep him there, you know, that because he just he could cut like you. You know what I mean? To
that.
be at the end. Like,
Yeah, you cut like a linebacker. Yeah,
Like,
that's
no,
about
you
that's
cut like
about
a
right.
receiver.
Horrible.
Yeah, you heard what he said, boy. He cut like what?
Okay,
That
all
was
right.
4.
Yeah.
That's 4. Von Miller, John Abraham, Ali, and
What about
DeMarcus
Simeon?
Ware.
Say it right?
Yeah.
See, we just practiced. He never gave me the game. He never gave me the game.
Well, he prepared you. He gave.
Yeah, he
you-
never gave me the game, Simeon. He used to always tell me, too, boy, you lucky it's practice. He used to always tell me that my dog
Right,
Simeon.
right.
Boy, you lucky.
Hey, we all
You know,
do that sometimes. Like, boy, if I played against you,
I'd kill you,
I had
dog.
like 300 yards.
You know, I played against Peppers, too. I
Julius
gotta say
Peppers?
Peppers, because, man, like, Peppers used to bull rush me. He have his arm out here. My arm be fully extended. I'd be grabbing him right here.
Long arms. His arms down to his ankle,
like,
it
bro.
felt like.
I gotta say Peppers, but I'm missing somebody else. That used
It's
to
all
give me some
good.
bull.
That's good. That's, I mean,
Defensive,
I said,
yeah,
it's,
see
it's,
that.
it's not a
That's a good
solid.
list. Yeah, that's a good list. Like I said, Strahan
Not
and
etched in
O-
stone.
I ain't
but
straight
yeah.
on the other side.
All right,
I was
that's
with OC
right,
all the
that's
time, so.
right.
Yeah.
It's all OC.
Yeah.
Which one was better, college OC or NFL OC?
College OC, because I wasn't.
Because you wasn't ready
I
yet.
wasn't nothing, man.
Yeah, yeah.
He took advantage of me, dog.
What, do you remember, like, what was the one player, the 1 week or 1 month that you got your confidence, like, yo, I can do this.
Like you know you arrived. Like okay.
I kind of
can
felt like
play this
after I
game.
played that, after I actually watched that game with the Colts, you know, I was kind of like, damn, dog. Like,
Starting to slow down
because
for
a couple
you.
times I took the bull, a few times I took the bull, got it, you know, and I was hanging with him athletic, and then the next week we played against Tennessee. And I was going against Cal
Javon
Vanderbosch.
Curse? Oh, okay. That Curse and Bosch.
Man, I shut him down. I mean, I shut him like he was trying to fight me at the end of the game. Like he, because you know, I was probably on him. Like, who's this dude? They don't know his name.
Yeah, you light skinned.
He done.
He killing it with the light
He
skin.
done. Hey, you see, we do our thing because he keep bringing it up. You know what I mean?
Already, you know what it is.
So after that game, I was kind of like, man, I watched the film. I mean, I was dumping people. Like it was just like, I was like, okay, like, and then that year that whole year we rolled. We made the playoffs that year.
Yeah,
We won the
but-
NFC South that year, so we rolled like, and Gruden had it like, it was like football was fun.
But
like,
listening to you talk, and you've been challenged, you know, from high school, college, like you said, Utah State. Now you're competing, you're going against, and you're comparing yourself. You know what I mean? You're competing. You're trying to figure out where you are.
and we winning too.
Right,
and
so
you
it's like,
winning.
So do you think part of how you grew up, like you said, growing up in Inglewood, like you said, having that chip on your shoulder, is that what really just made you stick with it? Is that what made you who you were, like I said, being undrafted?
yeah, I think so. And then growing up too, you know, growing up hard and neighborhood, you know, always having to prove yourself in the hood, you know, even like with little pickup guy, I just always felt like, you know, I never really got the recognition I needed. Like, you know, even coming up, but I felt like that and the chip and me, I always told people, I always do what I say I'm gonna do. My mom used to always say that, rest in peace. She used to always say, boy, you done gave me the blues, you done scared the hell out of me, but you always done did what you. You know, I almost flunked out of college twice, but my mom was an English teacher. I promised her I was gonna get my college degree. I got my college degree. You know what I mean? Like she always said, like, you know, I always told her I was gonna make it to the NFL. And
Did she not pass before you got? You got there before she passed?
Yeah, she passed 3 years ago. Yeah, she got there.
Sorry about that,
Enjoy it, but yeah, blessed. But you know, so me having that chip, I just always felt like, you know, I always wanted to be one of the best. So I just felt like, you know, I had to go take it. You know, I need a chance in the op.
That's it.
That's why I said, like when I told you, when I got that first week 4, he went down. I played the rest of the game. I started 170 straight games before I got hurt. I played through so much injuries,
Right.
But I wasn't giving it back once I got
you
it.
took that opportunity. Like I've talked to my son, and I tell him the same thing. Work, create opportunities for yourself. When your time comes,
Be ready.
If just like you said, somebody got hurt, it could have been practice, game, whatever. When you got that opportunity, guess what? You did not look back.
Right.
And that's not a discredit to him.
So whoever it was,
because
I gotta
that's
take
part
that
of
job.
it's inevitable.
Yes.
Injuries are a part of the
Shit
game.
happened to me.
Right.
In Oakland, they drafted the first rounder.
So
he
you
took
never
my job.
know. You
And,
have to
you
take
know,
full advantage of the opportunity. Like I said, that opportunity, yeah, you may be replacing them. It could be short term, long term, whatever, it could be for a short period of time, whatever the case may be. But when you're in there, you make the most of your opportunity. So like, hey, that position, hey, it's not locked in stone. Because once you get that opportunity, that's your opportunity.
You don't know when you might get another one.
Yeah, you might not get another one.
That's what I tell everybody. Like when my last game was in DC, my last game ever playing was against Dallas. I talked to my parents at the end of the game. I didn't think that was my last game.
Wow.
I didn't think that was my last game. You know what I mean? That was my last game. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was gonna come back next year, keep balling. You know, that was my last game. You know, it comes and goes. But I appreciate them giving me the opportunity to play that year. You know, I started all that whole year, but.
And that's so crazy. He just said he thought at the end of the year he thought he was gonna come back, and he started the entire year.
Yeah.
Like nothing.
And I thought I had enough. I bought enough to if not, somebody else is gonna come get me for sure.
Right. Nobody called. Now during that,
they called but nothing. They during the whole COVID thing.
Right. So what was
the? Want me to come try out? I'm not trying out.
Yeah, it's been 13 years. Why'd I got look at the film, right?
Exactly. Even Gruden called and told me to try out. I was so pissed. I said, Coach.
Did Gruden called you personally?
Yeah.
And he wanted you to try out.
I said, Coach, call me when you're ready. I said, you know what? So the next day I went on the field and I taped myself doing sets. I said, here on my work, here on my tryout. Let me know if you like it. He was like, that's why I love you, Don. He said, I'll get back to you. He said, I'll get back to you. He's like, that's why I love you. I sent it to him, the O-line coach, and the O-coordinator.
Because you know what it looked like.
And the dude that called me, the player, whoever it did, I put it on the group text. Like, here on my workout, dog. I have my trainers tape it.
Right.
What did they want to see?
I say, only take a picture of me on the scale next.
Right. What do you want to see?
So when he say workout, because like I said, some people...
COVID, but with COVID, you had to wait 3 days. And I had my kids. You know what I mean? I can't leave 3 days for nothing guaranteed.
Right.
I had Buffalo wanted me to come be a backup. I wish I would have took that, though, because they made a little run that year. But I didn't want to be no backup. I just started.
See, pride.
Now, would you do it different now?
Minimum. I'm like, man, I'm not about to go out here for no minimum.
Would you go, get minimum and then get some incentives on the back end?
For the Bucks.
For the Bucks, okay. So there's certain teams you would do that for?
For the Bucks.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah. Go back to my old team, win the Super Bowl. I think they're gonna get it this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they add T.O. to the roster.
They add T.O. and get Donald a 10-day right before the Super Bowl.
Both we get on out there.
Negotiate. As soon as we get off this camera,
I go out there and pull something, put me on IR, put somebody else. I just want the ring.
Just get that ring.
Gave AB one last year, give me one.
Yeah, man.
Shit.
How do you feel?
I did 8.
How do you feel about the AB situation?
Man, that shit was wild, dog. I
haven't seen nothing like it.
This dude cannot play in the NFL no more.
Because now it's making the NFL look bad if you bring him back.
I just really feel like something's what's the dude on ESPN? I used to play with him.
Ryan Clark?
I remember when he said, because I've seen it before. It was that one dude that you be like, man, I hope that dude don't get that money. In the locker room.
Right. There's always that guy in the locker room.
I remember I had one. I'm not going to call him out, though. I remember I had one. And the same thing happened. He ain't in the league. Ended up playing 2 years of the deal.
And wilding.
You always know. And he said it, too.
It's like, I've heard that. Like, some dudes you just can't
don't want
get
him to
You can tell by the way they meet. You can tell by the way they start.
Like, dangerous with it.
And then, when he said, I always go back to that. I remember when he said that.
He said it then?
He said on an interview or something like that. Yeah. AB got mad and all that stuff, wanted to fight all that. I remember that. Like, he really said that they were talking about that. Him and players, Steelers,
that's what
they were talking
The
about.
team we're talking about, right.
The team. And then,
but I talked to him. I've spoken with him and understanding where he came from and, growing up, obviously, not really being around, not having a relationship. So I empathize to that degree. And then understand, like you said, him going to a small school and then being drafted, I think, 6th round.
6th round.
And then, like I said, he worked so hard. And I said, I get it. From somebody that has nothing and you have the skill set and the talent and you've always been counted out. And now you've built and you've worked yourself to the point of now my name is being talked about as some of the household names. You're the top receiver. He had that, I've spoken to him, he had that chip.
You've been there before, too.
You've had that chip on the shoulder, you know what I mean? So some of that, I think, obviously, it's a little trauma of not really having that father figure in the household, that guidance, those things. And some things, like I said, maybe triggered him for him to react the way he has. But that's not to excuse it, but you're a grown man at this point. But to your point, sometimes you can kind of see the writing on the wall. Like, I don't know if this guy gets money. You don't know what's going to happen, how he's going to rap. But
I
that's
sympathize now hearing you saying that from the not having the father figure because I don't know that, so I sympathize with him, because I don't know how that was. Luckily, I was, and hearing that, man, I hope, he learns from this and
right because he has kids himself.
Exactly, and does better for them.
The things that he's done, like I feel like that his kids are gonna grow up and they're gonna go back. They're gonna see these videos, and even when he was on the outside looking in before he got with Tampa Bay and he was frustrated, all the sexual allegations, the charges that were against him, and he felt like he was innocent and the process was taking so long and they were investigating and he felt like, they were trying to blackball him out of the league. Like, those are some of the dark times that he had, and I went and talked to him like, yo, and then he was going viral with some of the videos, talking about his kid's mom and they're there in front of him, the police. Those are some of the things, like I said, how the media portrayed me, and they didn't really know me. Mm-hmm. Everything that people have said about me is just through hearsay, and then, like I said, they test and they try to question your character. But he was doing things to where they really had a reason to test or question his character, and those are some of the things that, because I didn't want them to hold that over his head, knowing that he was trying to get back in the league, because those things are going to prevent him. Because any team, they're going to look at everything that you've done up until this point. Because now you're going to be a representation of that organization, and they didn't want that to be a part of it. So I was like, yo, dude, just chill out, you know what I mean? Some of this stuff doesn't need to be public knowledge, of what you're going through.
Exactly, but then I feel like to show up to the Jersey game and stay out there courtside, that's like another double.
Dude, you saw that?
That's like another double fuck you, though.
That's all I'm saying. So
he didn't do that and just disappeared and kept quiet. He's like, hey, I'm out here.
Man, I do what I want to do.
I'm not gonna sit in the suite.
I do what I want to do.
I'm here.
He courtside.
That really I'm like.
That's another slap in the face. Another slap in the face.
It was great. Now I saw that. I sent you the video. I was like, yo, this dude is at the game. Chilling like.
I was trying to look to see. I'm like, I see he's still in New York. I was trying to see. I was thinking it's Orlando or something maybe. I'm like,
Brooklyn.
Oh, he's still in New York.
Ain't even left. Ain't even left.
No, he out there today, chilling. Ain't doing nothing. It's Tuesday. He ain't doing nothing. But
that type of action, he might show up at the Bucks facility tomorrow. Like, I'm back.
He might.
They ain't cut him yet.
He might.
Right, but
so what would you do as a teammate? As a teammate, if that, what would be your response?
But if he was in the locker room when I got up in there, we fight, dog.
Hands down.
We fight.
And but I gotta know why. Yeah, it's always two sides to a story. Until, like I said, I get that part. But
if he came to the sideline and told me why, I said something, all right, cool.
Because I gotta know exactly.
Leaving in the game.
But it's something strange.
Me and the whole line jumping though.
But it's
not just me.
Y'all go jump.
That's how we ride. We ride together.
Hey, I don't care who you are. You ain't fighting the whole offensive line.
We all going up in there. Helmets on too. Hit me back,
dude. But do you not think that there's more to the story?
It got to be though. It got to be.
But that don't matter though.
No, I'm not saying.
You're 100% right. There's more to the story.
What else he did this season too? The fake vaccination card, all this stuff, and then.
No, he doesn't. He's not building the case.
It's too much.
The case, he's not.
And then he getting all these chances. He just keep getting too many second chances.
That's all.
I used to be scared.
Other people
I used to be scared to
mess
up when I was in the league, dog.
Yes, I wouldn't do nothing.
I was scared to mess up in the league, dog. I say, man.
But his actions, people think that was me, which is so crazy.
Nah, you were.
You were just stupid.
I would have fucked with you.
You was just stupid.
I wish you was my team, man. I would have fucked with you.
Hey.
Because if you would have put that thing down in the diamond, they would have rushed you. Who would have been? I would have been the first motherfucker there.
Hey, okay, well
that's how I ride. Nobody fuck with my teammates on my team or my quarterback.
Yeah.
But if you would have, and they hit you, I would have been the first one there.
Hey,
we all wild. That shit ain't. I know you talking about. Nah, I'm riding with you.
Right. That's my teammate.
Shit. After I might be like, come on, my nigga. After I might be like, come on, my dog.
Yeah, you tripping.
I ain't gonna say nothing there. I'm gonna get up off of you first.
Dog, you just gonna flip on me like that, dog? I mean, you wouldn't even ride with me like that, dog?
I said, yeah, I'll ride with you. I'm stupid too. You know what I'm saying?
You are stupid. Yeah, you are stupid. Yeah.
See, we would have some fun, I'm telling you.
Nah, it was cool though, yeah. But yeah,
you would like them little screens. You would like them little screens, because I'm an athlete. You would like them little screens.
What?
Get up out there. You cut up
right out there. Oh, trust me, you gotta let the play develop. You know,
I done laid out a couple times on those.
What? Yeah, boy. Got
That's
those moves,
funny.
those sweet feet, nice feet. Oh,
Hey, we
man.
might have to get one in the Super Bowl, just one play,
Horrible feet.
one screen.
So you think that your whole career, you think that the Super Bowl ring is the only thing that's missing from your career?
Man, yeah, man, I feel like that. I feel like some All Pros, a few
yeah.
Pro Bowls. I feel like I missed a lot of Pro Bowls being in Tampa.
You were
being that
three-time
small
Pro Bowl,
market.
so how many Pro Bowls you think you missed out on? Maybe another 2 or 3?
Another 2,
Okay.
3. I think I should have had one in. I think the year before I got the first one in Oakland, I should have had it, but.
They always have you win the
But in
whole.
Tampa, I had some good years in Tampa. We were just so low market, one TV game a year.
Yeah.
We had Josh Freeman. We had no, those big names.
no,
Josh
yeah,
Freeman.
one score, no
Oh, man,
points.
that boy said a name then.
Yeah,
boy.
and, that year with Raheem, I definitely should have made it when we went.
Yeah.
We were rolling that year, man.
Oh,
We was-
man, Raheem was the
running.
coach. Oh, my God.
That was my
Black
dog.
coach.
He out here. He out here now. He
Yeah,
offensive
that's
coordinator.
my dog. That's my dog. That's one of my favorite coaches.
Man.
Yeah.
But yeah, that year, I feel like the All Pros, but especially the playoff experience, man. I only made the playoffs twice.
Wow.
Or 3 times, and I was hurt. I was hurting.
You never played in a playoff game?
Feel good about yourself, dog. You only made the playoff, what is that, 3 times? But you got more like touchdowns than this dude.
He don't have more touchdowns.
almost.
He
He got
don't have
4.
more
He got
touchdowns.
4. You
And
got
I played
6.
in more playoff games than him. So that's my
but
claim
when
to fame.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. He shouldn't feel bad about himself. Like he's played in less playoff games and he got almost as many touchdowns as you do.
I needed one more for the record too. I couldn't get it.
That's 5 is the record?
Yeah, I'm tired with me and Kev Williams tired.
Oh, yeah. You
But
want
Kev
that.
got his from like fumble recovery.
Right.
You know, remember Kev Williams, D tackle?
No,
he got
but
his.
no.
Yeah.
You got
Big
a couple
man
years
touch.
left in
Big
you,
man
right?
touch.
Man, I think I'm done. Man.
done?
Done.
If they give me 2 months.
Have you sent in your paperwork?
If they give me 2 months to really
get ready?
Straight,
You can do it?
I need 2 months.
Oh, well, you get his, you tie him.
Yeah, I need 2
You're
months.
tight.
The way they throwing them now.
Oh, but that's what I know.
Band-Aids.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
You
high
know,
I
cakes.
tell them, I brought the. I'm telling you, that's why I tell people I brought that fade back, man. It was like it was dead for a little bit. Then I had that little run. I started picking. I love seeing it though.
Yeah.
I love seeing it.
Absolutely.
'Cause they started. A couple of them started getting a little more trickier and
Right, yeah. A little more
more tougher,
creative.
a little more
Oh,
tough.
yeah.
Yeah, so I
One
love
dude,
seeing
he
it.
went up like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
High
love
pointed
seeing
that
it.
thing.
I love seeing it though.
Also, when J.J. Watt was out there.
I was catching
J.J.
him
Watt,
then.
Yeah. J.J. Watt
Yeah.
was out there running fades for real.
But
for real.
JJ, hey, I was impressed when JJ did that. I was like, yeah, okay, JJ.
He out
like,
there.
yeah, I was like,
Where you put him on that in that top defensive end category? Is he up there? Is he just?
he didn't mention him, so.
I know, but I
yeah,
want to
JJ.
hear.
When I play against JJ, I ain't go against JJ that much. Every time I play against,
Right. Okay.
he's either on the other side or inside.
Yeah, because he
you know
moved
what I mean.
around
I ain't
everywhere.
really- And then,
He probably didn't want that smoke.
a lot they do run. So a lot of times when I used to play, they used to start over there in the second half. They be, I ain't never seen them over there
My
on film
man,
before.
my man, come on up.
I ain't never seen them over there in film before. But second half, they be
They be
right tackle be
far-
looking at me like nigga, I'm just playing, dog.
Right.
You know, like, why
They
this nigga over
running from you,
here?
big
Yeah, like, why
fella.
this nigga over my side now? I'm like,
Gotcha.
They
like,
running from you.
shit.
Okay. So again, you've been out the league a couple years. What's next on on the agenda for
man,
your
I want to
career?
get into. I'm trying to get into some commentating.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna hit that hard this summer. Get me a little.
Do the boot camp thing and
I
all
did
that?
the boot camp already.
Cool.
I got a couple little ages. I'm gonna get my tape together.
Okay,
You know,
yep,
put everything
nice
together
reel.
Your little reel.
and do that. Yeah, I would like to do that. Doing a little coaching.
Okay, good.
A little light coaching. I can't put more time in it when I play. So I'm,
And you say you have
training.
a camp. What is your camp? Your camp for like?
I do
all
a free
kids or
football
just,
camp.
you
Yeah, I
know,
do a free football
linemen?
camp. No, I do a free football camp all year. I'm probably gonna try to run it back up once COVID slows
Like
back
all
down.
positions or just
Yeah.
is it a particular?
You know, I used to do it during
Well, let me
during
know.
OTAs.
I would love to come out.
Yeah,
man,
I did it at my high school too. I used to do it during OTAs. I used to have all the guys, teammates
let me
come
know.
up, the guys that be in LA come out and stuff like that.
Nice.
So, I got 4 kids. I got 3 of them all the time, raising them.
Awesome.
And you know what? This last year, I got to chill. I got on my routine. I got to get back in. I got to get back in shape, man. I didn't gain too much weight, so I'm about to
You at
start
the
back
house.
working out. Start back working out, and I took golf lessons up last year.
Okay.
Started doing that a little bit, but yeah, I definitely want to get in the commentating thing. Maybe do a little, either college or league. I'm not really. It doesn't really matter, but yeah, just gonna start
awesome,
something.
There it is. Well, let everybody know where they can find you at
Donald
too.
Penn, man.
My Instagram is dpen72,
Yep.
and I think my Twitter's dpen70.
That's DPENN.
Yeah.
72.
And then check it out. I do all the stuff with my kids on there. and you know, just see what's coming up next. Man, something's gonna come up next. You know, I might be up here. I'm gonna ball up T.O. though once give me a month.
There it is. You heard it, ladies and gentlemen. Go bang
I'm gonna be a screen. I'm a nice pick and roll guy. I'm gonna be a screen setter.
Well, we can't pick and roll because he can't shoot.
Oh, you can't.
We can do that.
I got you just rolling. You to be a popper. You be the popper.
First of all, I got tape. You know what I mean?
I got a little too.
You know what I mean?
There
like
it is.
We're on the same
I
team,
know.
on pick and roll, screen,
like it.
whatever the case may be. I'll outshoot you any day. Any day.
There it
Donald
is.
Penn, everyone. Get your popcorn ready podcast.
Yeet.
Thanks for having me.
Already. Appreciate you, brother.